Welcome to the Game Corner, another video game podcast. My name is Harrison. You might know me online as Rix, and I'm joined as always by friends and co-hosts.
Rowan, you might know me as Mocha. I am joined by...
This is Sheldon. Probably know me as Captain Yanova.
Smoothest one yet, y'all. We got it. 55
my wording just feels
episodes
so
in.
awkward. I don't know, man. Like, we gotta workshop this.
We could. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's see something. I'm gonna look something up in the meantime. But how has life been? I do actually feel like we just recorded the last episode because we're recording this one so early.
Yeah, I think that is literally what happened, and very little has happened in the world since then.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh wait, sleep is rolling out as we speak.
Yeah, I
That is a
forgot
thing.
Oh, it
about
is?
that being a thing. Okay.
It's like every country except the United States right now has sleep. I think
Sounds
is what
about
it
right.
seems like.
Because Joe
Cerebi.
Cerebi.
That's his name, yeah, Joe Cerebi.
Okay, yeah, Joe Cerebi. We know his last name, right?
Not
Maybe?
off
Like
the top of my head.
it is public though. Okay, anyway, yeah.
Hold on, I have
Been
two
talking
things to
about
look
compiling information.
Joe Merrick.
Merrick,
that's-
yes,
yeah,
I knew
that's
it
right.
when I heard it. Okay.
I'm doing great tonight. But yeah, he's been tweeting about how like he just has so much information to compile. I thought he
But
was
what is
American.
this? No, he's in London,
Oh, he's in the UK.
Oh,
okay,
UK,
that
yeah.
makes
He's
a lot more
somewhere in
sense.
Europe.
Yeah. All right.
something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, like apparently there's like quite a bit to it. I don't think I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I use a wireless charger for my phone, so it's kind of over for me.
Is it play? I actually legitimately know nothing about Pokemon Sleep except as a sleep tracker.
You supposedly you put your phone on the bed next to you as you sleep, and
Oh,
keep
it's
the
one of
app open,
those.
and it
Okay.
will like measure.
Oh, so it's
how
going to
long
get
you sleep,
flung
and so-
across the room then.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Well, that's
I don't-
only if you're a Machamp sleeper or whatever. However
right.
that
If
works.
it just detects like horrifically fast movement on your phone at night, then yeah, no, and then it decides like which mons you catch in your sleep, I think, or something along those lines, and
It's
you
like-
can actually manage it once you wake up.
Yeah, it's like you slept tonight. You slept like a Machamp. You normally sleep like a Snorlax. What's wrong with you? Or something, right? Like it says you
It is some form of catching them. I don't know
Is
if
it-
it's
actually catching. Okay,
you receive them, you collect them in some fashion. I don't know if they call it catching. I don't even know if I'm going to dig into it further than that.
I 100% will absolutely give Papa Pikachu my sleep data. Right, like okay, so it looks, the one screenshot that I saw that's not like a sleeping Squirtle or something, it's like the same sleep tracking, it gives you the same type of graph that like Fitbit gives you for its sleep tracking.
So Fitbit is owned by Google, and Google supplies the APIs that your phone uses to measure your sleep data. So yeah, it's probably doing exactly the same thing as every other sleep tracker. But I just don't. I have seen things about people saying like, have fun with Pokemon Sleep, but be careful not to ruin your sleep cycle. Because apparently, like, just if you keep sleeping, you'll keep catching them, and people are like either trying ways to fake it or just to like force themselves to stay in bed for X amount of time. Like, I don't even know if it's a joke. That's kind of where we are with this.
That's wildly upsetting to me. And I mean, yes, like be healthy about all your video game playing. That's what you should do, right? Like play a healthy amount of video games. You can determine what that is for you. But be smart about it.
It would be better for you to be up playing video games for 12 hours in the middle of the day than it would be for you to not move for tens and tens of hours. I don't know.
That is that's very true. That's very true. I don't like that.
I can't sleep that much anyway. Like anymore. Like
well,
the older you get, the less you sleep anyway. So
people would do insane stuff to catch stuff and go, and like pretty much any kind of like grindy competitive game, like competitive loosely, like you're catching things, but people compete with each other. They totally compare themselves to each other.
That's what we do. That's what we do as people.
So when are we gonna become a competitive Pokemon Sleep podcast?
No.
Oh yeah, just like give it a couple years. They'll add battling like they did to Go.
People like trespassed into like dangerous places for Go.
They
like played the game while driving before they like added the speed tracker to it. Like people genuinely risk their lives to catch these things. I think that like staying in bed too long is like easily within the realm of what people are gonna do.
Absolutely. I do like the idea of was the shiny hunting streams for Pokemon Sleep. You just
sleep.
Sleeping. Because like apparently shinies are in the game, and I'm like,
oh, that's fantastic. Oh my god.
How
does one shiny hunt? Do you get any control? You know,
my first natural shiny is gonna be in Pokemon Sleep, and that upsets me.
We should come back to this when any of us have played it. I guess it's been in the States, so it's not even our fault we haven't played it yet.
I just looked for it. I didn't see it.
Not out yet. It's not out yet.
Okay.
I have it set to auto download on my phone, so
I don't even see it on my thing.
All right.
That's my determination to sleep like a snore.
You don't have an iOS either, do you? So
no, I've got Android.
So it's probably not even going to come to iOS for like months.
I don't think it's months. It's rolling out for iOS in other countries. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm betting
it doesn't even show up in my store right now. So.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I had the chance to pre-register for it and all that fun stuff. So anyway, that's Pokemon Sleep. I got distracted. I was gonna say, what's new? What's up? How has your week or weekend been so far?
So for once in my life, I am actually playing Pokemon. And
you've been having so much fun with this.
No, by that, and by that I mean that I am actually playing the games and not grinding Showdown incessantly.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So I haven't touched before this. I hadn't touched Scarlet and Violet outside of a tournament since I beat the game like 2 weeks after it came out, pretty much.
Sure. Yes.
It was exclusively to like open it up and play a tournament.
You didn't even do raids or anything like that.
I didn't do any of the raids or whatever. I finished the living decks up that was available, and then that was it.
I didn't know I did that.
And so, but I want to continue doing that. And what I've realized is that I don't have any of the now that Home is here, I can actually add them to my living decks, and I don't have any the Hisui exclusives. I don't have any of the Arceus exclusives, specifically Enamorous. And in order to get Enamorous, you have to finish the decks. You have to finish the decks, and then you can get Arceus, and then the genies show up, and then you get all of them, and then Enamorous will show its like horrific face to you, and you can catch it.
So you're playing PLA right now.
I am playing PLA.
Wow.
So the good news though is that Home opened up to PLA, and they don't have any restrictions on what you can move in as long as it exists in the game. So I just finished all of the decks except for the Hisui exclusive.
Oh, nice.
Moving my decks into it.
Smart
move.
So
smart.
Good.
Smart.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just have to get like Sneasler and the new Avalugg that's just as bad and all that. Yeah. So only a handful more, but I gotta do that. Move those in. Got to be ready for the DLC. You know, that's pretty soon, right? We're talking a month or two after Worlds.
I'm hoping within a month after Worlds.
That'd be great.
That's my personal hope because that falls within the area of my birthday.
They're both going to release this year, from what I understand. So I feel like you're if you don't release shortly after Worlds, then you're running out of time for the second one.
Yes.
Yeah. So my assumption, right? So it says 2023 fall and 2023 winter are the release dates, the release windows for the two parts of the DLC. My assumption is that means 2023 fall is like, September through October,
December,
November, right?
Or whatever. Yeah.
Through November. December, whatever it works. Yeah, it's December. Depends what part of the world you're in. Learned that the other day. It's actually some countries consider different months, different seasons, and I think I don't like the way America does it. Anyway, and then you have December, January, February, March for winter of 23 because that's the winter that starts in 23. So it could be early 24.
Could be like February.
Part, which makes me sad to realize that's how they could easily swing that into their that's the release window. Otherwise, it's like a month. The last month.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're not beholden to us in any way, shape, or form. They just set that date. They can release it whenever they feel like it. Right?
Yeah.
To be fair, they already have my money.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, you already paid them. You're not getting that back. You checked a box that says it doesn't matter what gets released as long as it gets released eventually.
That's very true.
And it's something.
eShop's really bad about stuff like that.
Yes. Oh, Nintendo eShop is the worst.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so I'm I'm looking forward to it. I do hope that they stick to like having them in 23. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Because okay, over under. What do you guys think the odds are of us having a second set of DLC for Scarlet and Violet?
I'd say it's non-zero. It's much higher than it was for Switch. Well, it's 0 now for Switch, but you get the point. Like I think they genuinely could consider that. Like I don't see why they wouldn't. They weren't planning on it for Smash, and then they decided to once they saw how successful the first pack was.
We made one other pack.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and in this case, a pack is two chapters. So, I could guess that they probably didn't have the option to react that quickly, right? Because they were probably already like deep into development of Scarlet and Violet at the time that they saw how well Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra did. Yeah, so I think they could totally have like actually planned in to do another set this time, especially because like you do the work.
Probably like a 70-30 right now.
Yeah, I would not be shocked.
Yeah. No, there have been okay. Can we mention spoilers here? Not spoilers, like leaks about
it's a rumor,
new games.
Right? Like
it's a rumor. It's a rumor.
So if you don't even want to hear rumors, then I guess skip like 10 minutes ahead. Yeah.
10 minutes.
But
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
No,
maybe. I don't know.
45 seconds
at best. Okay. But yeah. Anyway, current rumor is that we are getting Unova PLA.
Oh, this thing.
Remakes effectively.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were saying something else.
Like some version of PLA. And honestly, playing it again right now, it feels so much better than Scarlet and Violet does. Like it honestly plays like a real video game.
It runs better because it's loading less of the world at a time, right?
Yeah, well,
yes.
maybe you shouldn't keep the entire world in memory all at once. Maybe that's just a bad idea.
Did I prove that's what it is? Like the people
it's gotta be
Cathotics who dive into the code in the worst of ways?
I don't even think it's like Cathotics just messes with your save data. Like this is
crooning issues.
Yeah. Well,
you'd have to like decompile the game and see. So I don't actually know, but that is
it's what makes sense of why it does that. Like it's just like
chugs. Like I know that Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, like those devs are absolute wizards. Like nothing else
that's true.
looks that good on that scale on the Switch, right? But there are a lot of pretty mediocre games that are like quote unquote open world that still run way better. Like Wii U ports that run way better.
Look at what is the good comparison? Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Yeah,
both on
those
the
are
Switch.
unreal as well.
Yeah.
Not literally unreal. Maybe they are unreal.
Probably.
I'm sure. But now I am very tempted to try and rip the binary off of a cartridge and then decompile it and play around with. I'm tempted.
I don't know how to do that on a game, but
I don't know how to do that. I know just enough to figure out how to do that, and that's the scary part. It's like,
where do I go from there?
Yeah, I can.
Then you just know that it's awful. So like, why bother?
Gotta look at that spaghetti code. It's been a while since we just crapped on these games. And it's okay. Wait, hold on. Take a step back. The best part about this is we're like, Rowan, what have you been up to? Rowan's like, I'm actually playing the games. And we're like, remember how the games are crap?
Like, yeah, that's why I don't usually play them. I just have this horrible fixation with keeping that dex up to date. So
I didn't know you had a living dex. I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, I got through all that and I decided there's like literally no reason to keep playing the game.
That's fair.
Makes sense.
Fair.
I know that I know Bruno has a shiny living dex, and that sounds like something that I
horrible.
Hats off to you, man.
I can't shiny hunt.
No.
I don't think I've ever. Again, I think I said it earlier in the episode. I don't think I've ever had a natural shiny.
I've had a couple over decades.
I've been playing these games for decades. And I don't think I've had.
Do you use repels?
No, well, I used to sometimes, but like I would literally do like I used to before I got smart. I did a bunch of like IV training, like with back in X and Y with the
like the balloons.
Not the balloons.
Oh,
no,
the balloons are fun.
Or the punching bags.
That was really fun. I did enjoy that minigame a lot for some reason. No, the horde battles. So you'd get 5 at once.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, congrats, you only need to do this like what 10 times.
So many times, but still, never had a shiny. So that makes me sad.
It's pretty bad luck.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't have terrible luck on a normal basis. I hit a lot of hydro pumps. Maybe that's where my luck went for Pokemon.
It's a solid trade-off.
We missed you last week.
Yeah, I missed you guys.
What's up? We have like a week and a half of time to catch up on.
I know. Not too much. My AC is still broken downstairs where I'm at right now. Got the upstairs fixed.
Brutal.
Yeah,
that sucks. Especially the summer.
Lose the sleeves, get some wine.
Ordered the parts, and they sent me the wrong relay I needed. So
that's fine.
Back to waiting on that. But at least the upstairs is fixed. So
Wait, have we not talked since NAIC?
Not really.
No, we haven't. Not it's not on the pod.
Yeah.
How was you have 35 seconds. Talk about NAIC. Go.
It was fun. No, you
Waste
put
some
me on the
time.
spot. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
know. It was NAIC.
Okay, cool.
I brought Squawkabilly. I did things. Would have got points if we would have hit the cap.
Oh, true.
That would have been pretty cool. That if you had CP with Squawkabilly.
Yeah.
Because you would have shown up on Victory Road with Squawkabilly.
Yeah,
and that would have been great.
I think I was 211th. I think.
They would have had to.
So top 250 would have done it.
They would have had to dig in their archive for the Squawkabilly sprite and be like,
right?
Who put Squawkabilly on a team? It was so fun.
There was a top 8 Squawkabilly.
Never mind.
I
forgot about that.
Yeah.
No.
It was pretty good. It
been-
wasn't good, but they did good
I like
things with
my
it.
headcanon better. Well, actually, they still probably had
Yeah,
the
sorry,
same
I'm
reaction.
gonna be that guy.
They had the same reaction. I don't know all the top 8s that ever existed off the top of my head.
Where do you think I got the idea for Squawkabilly? Come on.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, did y'all check out that thing PA sent us in the thing about the ELO ratings?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's
chat.
so Audie's apparently a data scientist. I didn't know that. And he put together basically created an ELO system for every player who's gone to, I think, just all the regionals this season. I'm not sure if it's all the regionals or just Reg C.
No, I'm pretty sure it was all the regionals. Yeah, it was all the regionals.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And you can actually, we're all on there. It's pretty cool.
I think it's just raw win-loss. Actually, it's kind of
It
annoying.
is.
So my best event was where I went 7-2 on Charlotte and then absolutely bombed out 1-4 on day 2. I think that actually worked against me because it's just raw win-loss. It doesn't weight day 1 versus 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it is raw, raw ELO, just win-loss ELO.
Yeah.
It's still just a cool concept, though, to look at.
Yeah,
That is
definitely.
kind of cool. That's pretty neat. I didn't know. I guess he probably skimmed all of Arcanine for this.
Yeah, I'm sure you could scrape that really easily.
Scrape whatever the word was. Scrape is what I meant to say. But yes, cool. Actually, that's very neat. Mine sucks.
So on the note of tournament results, do we want to quit stalling and get into the only event we've had?
Yeah,
Since last
absolutely.
week?
So we.
There have actually been a lot more events. This is just the event. Nino put on a I don't know what do we call it. It's just FF on Limitless, but I think it's the biggest online, at least Scarlet and Violet tour there has been. Pretty huge. I want to say it's 700 or 800 people, something like that.
Friendly fight is what he calls them. That's the FF.
Friendly fight is FF. Okay. Show all players. Let's see how many there actually are. 574.
Oh,
I might have
that's
overshot that. That is still massive for an online tour.
It's a lot of
A
people.
lot of names I do recognize. A lot of names that I don't actually, which is kind of surprising.
There is 500 of them.
Well, I mean, at the top, I usually expect to see a lot of the usual suspects there. I'm wondering if a lot of the world's players are holding themselves back. Obviously,
I would assume so. I would assume a lot of them are. You're going to keep all that stuff close to your chest, I think, at this point.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And there's no point in practicing with something you're not going to bring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Marco Fierro is definitely going to Worlds, or is at least qualified for Worlds, and he's the winner of that. He's using a team I really like. Is one of the these 6 at least are one of the teams I've been testing.
It is a very Rowan team.
Chen Pao Dragonite, of course, Urshifu Rapid, Heatran, Fluttermane, and Rillaboom. So yeah, I really like this a lot. he is going with the substitute Heatran. Like Heatran just counters so much of the Heart
does.
Trick Room stuff these days. It's kind of wonderful.
Yeah, Heatran is just super strong in this meta.
We did really think that Heatran is going to shake up the metagame a lot.
Yeah, it's still like I think it's a really skillful mon though, because it's just it has a base 130 special attack stat for sure, but like you need to invest like because it's so bulky. People don't want to play it as like a blaster. They want to like this one for example has substitute and leftovers, and then Heat Wave and Terra Blast. So no big BP moves, like no boosting item, just like. It sits there, it does solid damage every turn, and just ships you down.
And hopefully you don't see another Heatran because you're going to have the most wet noodle fight ever.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a lot of them carry Earth Power, but then they all go Terra Grass, and
then you still don't
Fire.
Yeah, I mean Terra Grass, Terra Bug. Those are the only two Heatran sets, right? Like,
any type immunity ability becomes so strong with Terra because you can suddenly just change yourself to the type that becomes
especially
incredibly
fire
advantageous for.
Especially like Flash Fire is like
Flash Fire is amazing because Grass gives you the Spore immunity, and then you get to like completely discard one of Grass's main weaknesses. So
and we've seen that.
And then on
forever.
like the synergy between that and the Rillaboom is amazing too, because you get to fake out something in order to put up your sub, and then you have leftovers plus grassy terrain recovery, and you immediately get back to 100% or 99%. It's pretty wild.
Interesting. That does look really fun. I mean, that looks. I mean,
it's pretty basic, but like it's really great. And you just chip people down with that, and then Chen Pao Dragonite is in the back. Just
got a lot of damage sit back there.
Yeah, you said like Heatran is a skillful mon, and I don't disagree at all. But this team looks very straightforward and like high offense.
Yeah,
games probably go very fast.
Well, you'd say that, but like
fight.
you do have Heatran and Rillaboom, right? So like you have the ability to like play bulky, pivot around, and then like choose your right moment to bring in your like super frail, high power mons and finish the game.
Yeah, I guess when it gets to that point, that's when the game can pick up. You can kind of set the pace really well with those two, and then whatever else you choose.
So, all that being said, it's pretty like. Nothing that's super exciting, right? It's just good stuff. Whereas if you go further down the list here, we get some pretty cool stuff. We had a Farigiraf in second, which isn't like the craziest thing, but it's pretty cool. Like, I think Farigiraf has just been like mediocre throughout like the last few series, and seeing it get second in this big of a tour is pretty cool too.
Well, with all the priority, like so much priority, like with Dragonite being so prevalent, no sucker punches, so it makes a lot of sense.
And then we talked about it a little bit last week, but Hisui and Arcanine, like I thought it was going to be bad, but people are doing stuff with it. Like it's here in the top 8 here, like on Pickle Dog's team. We don't even get people's real names.
Pickle Dog.
That is very funny, actually.
Yeah. I guess just like stab Rock Slide off of a pretty good attack stat is solid. But
I said last week.
It's still I don't get it. It's not that strong. It's still like base 115. It's like as strong as a.
It's not that fast either. You know, it's
not slower than regular Arcanine. Yeah, but I mean, the only thing I can think really is that the resist on Dragonite E-Speed is pretty serious since so many people run
you
Pal
can
Knight
get
now.
that Intimidate down and
yeah. Well, a lot of them are running Inner Focus now too, which is a problem. But like this one does have Wisp. If you get a burn off, then you're great.
Yeah, but if they're not running multi-scale, then you can usually one-shot the Dragonite though.
Not with Hisui and Arcanine. Yeah, I mean that's just the kind of that is definitely the trade-off. But yeah, you need something that can one-shot it. Fluttermane's on every team, so that's fair.
So I'm actually oh no, never mind. I was gonna make a statement, but Limitless just doesn't put the Fluttermane all in the same spot like Victor Road does. I was going to say, there's not a lot of Fluttermane, but then I found them all, and there's still, in fact, a Fluttermane
on every top 8 team? Top 7 team.
Top 7 team. Yeah, top 8, Yumi decided to forego the Fluttermane. I'm proud
I think
of
Victory
them
Road was trying to make a point with that one.
Yeah.
It makes it very easy to skim and see.
It is very nice to...
you can just look at it and see the patterns real fast, which is I appreciate. I do see the Fede Campo.
Yeah, ran this Devon's team from the last major tournament.
I need to use that team. I haven't done it yet. I need to copy it.
It's quite good. It's quite strong. So we're talking about a rain team. that Fede and Devin both used in different tours: Basque Legion, Thunderous Therian, Pelipper, Amoonguss, Hisuian Gudra, and Fluttermane. And
so good.
I think it's seeing Thunderous Therian finally be good is really awesome. I've always thought it had like the coolest genie design, but it's just, and it has a base 145 special.
It's 145 special. I think does
very
damage.
Strong. Yeah, it blasts, and now it has Wild Bolt Storm. So you put that on a rain team where it becomes 100% accurate, and you put specs on it.
You're doing a lot of damage.
Or you can go Flying Terra Blast, and special attackers with Terra Blast are great because they can at least use it as a normal coverage move.
Right.
Yeah.
If they need to, whereas like it's just a completely dead slot on Dragonite, for example.
Yeah. I need to either find a rental or go make this team myself and just use it. Just do it. I was talking to Tony earlier. He's like, "Have you done this yet?" I'm like, "No, it's my team. It's a team I should use."
Yeah, the Sap Sipper on Gudra is interesting. I think everybody thought that would be the best ability, but now Shell Armor was picking up for a while too. So
I didn't even notice that.
Because of the bear, yeah. I mean, Sap Sipper, it is really nice to have a Spore switch in, right? You don't have any, apart from Amoonguss, there are no actual immunities on this team otherwise, so that is pretty nice. No Grass Terras. I've personally been playing Water Terra on the Fluttermane on this team, though, because when you give opposing Urshifus the rain, they can just suddenly one-shot you with Aqua Jet.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So if you can resist with your Terra, it's
you'd have to be nice. Booster speed, too, to even... tipped out speed.
If they're scarfed,
If they're scarfed,
yeah. A lot of them are going Mystic Water these days, but if they just Terra Water and Aqua Jet in the rain, they will kill you.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if you have solid bulk. So yeah, you definitely want to have a resistance if you can. But the extra damage is still really good, and obviously these guys are amazing. So they got the results with the Terra Fairy.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's skill diff. Right, like player diff, whatever.
Right. Yeah, it may even be the worst one, and they're just better players, and they still win. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think what else is really notable. Not like obviously the meta is going to have. Yeah, Goldengo has been doing really well in this format. Yeah, if nothing else, it just eats up those Hisui and Gudras, right? Because like you can't hit it with heavy slam or body press, and if you catch them after they go Terra Fairy, then like goodbye.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
good point.
Other than that, though, there isn't like a whole ton, at least at the top, that is like particularly different from last week. I think seeing Dragapult Chenpao is also pretty cool. That that it's sticking around like the beginning of Reg C. It's just like a really great like hyper offensive team. So I really like Freezeye's team too. I think this is like how Ursaluna is going to be played going forward. Really, like instead of the hard Trick Room stuff, it's on this like just bulky balanced team that has the option to click Trick Room.
I do like this team. It looks
so Freezeye has Urshi Rapid, Heatran, Fluttermane, Iron Hands, Cresselia, and Ursaluna. And Cresselia with the Ally Switch. So Ally Switch got nerfed this generation, right?
It has a fail chance now.
Yeah, it has a fail chance if you do it consecutively. So you can't just spam it every turn. So there is like a lot more predictability involved in it. You can say like they haven't done it in a couple turns, so now it's likely. But that is next to so it has the Levitate, and so putting that next to Heatran and Iron Hands is really, really nice. And then you have that same fake out plus substitute synergy I was talking about earlier, like no Rillaboom Grassy Terrain, but it's still really nice to just like guarantee Heatran gets a sub up. I think this team is just really great, and Ursaluna still obviously does insane damage and Terra Water to just eat Urshifu hits as well.
Yep. Yeah, I can see that being, because was it last week or was it another time we were talking about Ursaluna going like fast, like not in Trick Room?
Yeah, so fast Ursa is an option. I bet this one's somewhere in the middle.
This seems like it would be middling.
Yeah, because you got to put a lot of investment into Ursaluna for it to go fast, even with Tailwind.
Yeah, those are like 252, 250 Jolly.
Yeah,
like no bulk at all.
Right, and this, of course, like there's no Tailwind on this team. Yeah,
no, there isn't. So I mean, it could go purely slow, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Trick Room team that doesn't need to set Trick Room. Like you could, if you are playing against a hard Trick Room team with this one, then you play as if you're the fast team, which is a pretty great position to be in because you still have all the bulk of the opposing Trick Room team, but you don't need to set it up.
Yep. Yeah, that seems very interesting. I do like bulky, slow team composition here.
Otherwise, if you go all the way down to 21, we do get the token Articuno appearance.
There it is. There's
by
the
Jay
Blizzard
Huffself.
spam.
Yeah, and this is just Snowcloak plus. They are holding Nevermelt Ice. They're not going full toxic with the Bright Powder Articuno.
That is pretty rude.
But I mean, the fact of the matter is, snow is a really good weather. Like it was like hail was garbage, but now that you can give Articuno a defense boost, I bet it takes a Rock Slide because that's a reasonably bulky mon.
Yep.
And then you just get to do that Blizzard spam. It's I don't know that I'd prefer it over
And
Iron Bundle.
Yeah, I don't know about all
true.
that, but
You also aren't shipping your own Pokemon every turn because there's not a whole lot of ice types in the game, right? So you'd have to build around being able to survive that.
But yeah, I mean, extra defenses on Articuno with the ability to set Tailwind so that both you and Abomasnow can hit fast. It's pretty good too with those blizzards. But it does feel like Bundle may do better here. They do have the Water Urshifu though, to be fair, so that would maybe be too many water types.
Oh sure. I don't know. I'm still looking at a rain team with 3, so
you get a pass for that. We've been doing Pelipper Palafin for a minute.
That's the archetype, man. Although I am shocked that, at least at a glance here, with this unordered list of Pokemon sprites, I don't see more Gastrodon. I did kind of think the Storm Drain would kind of make the resurgence there.
Gastrodon's not.
It doesn't do much besides stop Rapid Strike Urshifu, right? Like that's the key.
But now you also don't have to worry about Grassy Glide, which is nice.
That is very true. Yeah, Rillaboom losing Glide did a lot.
Because that just like deleted it out of the meta almost for a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, it
came
was,
back once Kyogre was there, right?
Yeah, once we had Kyogre, it was too good not to have sit there and threaten. But now you can Terra away from your grass weakness, so.
Yeah, and Terrafire Gastrodon is pretty real. Yeah, unfortunately though, I think a meta already has formed. I hate to say it, like we've stabilized like remarkably quickly on Reg D. I think because people have gotten to play it for a month before all the NAIC players got to go. But yeah, I mean you have to go all the way down to Quivern, I think, number 58, before you see something kind of out there. They have a Salamence on their team, like an Azumarill Salamence. Which is pretty neat. But yeah, no, we are like kind of just hitting that stabilization point. There's only a few like rare picks that still aren't that outlandish.
Okay. Quivern has Regieleki with a Choice Scarf, and that's
like 400 something space speed.
Everything.
Yeah, if you don't do that, then Booster Bundle beats you.
Booster Bundle can beat you, but also they do also have Booster Bundles, so like they just want to go fast.
They are the speed
faster with Scarfalecki. I have seen Terra normal gem explosion and E-speed on Malecki.
Yes,
like
I've seen that.
It was bizarre. They did an E-speed and like chipped us down and then explosioned the next turn when they barely lived with it.
That's just rude. That's pretty funny though. I'll give him that. Volcarona I saw on this sprite, Fit 46, Magic Caria.
And Volcarona is like a pretty
it's
normal
not
one.
That I was more shocked to see it.
It does seem like it'll have trouble hanging here. It does very well in singles and less so here. But yeah,
I also have Palafin, so props to them.
Yeah, Palafin has just completely fallen off.
Yeah, I think that does me a sad.
Like Urshi Rapid just completely took its spot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that Worlds shakes things up and that people have some sauce in their in their kitchen that they're saving
cooking.
For it.
Have y'all looked at them? Have you looked at the metagame breakdown? They have a really nice metagame breakdown on here.
No, what's that metagame?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Fluttermane 66% usage and a 50% win rate, which is just because every team has.
Yes, so you win or lose.
That tracks. That sounds about right.
And it's just a hair over 50% because the teams that didn't use it lost to it.
Yeah, exactly.
That upsets me.
But yeah, Urshi Rapid at 45%, and then Amoonguss down to 34. I would agree with these stats really sync up with the feeling I've gotten playing ladder in this format so far, and that like the only two mons that really feel overly centralizing right now are Fluttermane and Urshifu.
Sure.
If like everything else is like, there's a lot of like very good stuff, like things that are more useful than the rest of the meta, but like not outlandishly so. Like even Amoonguss, which is just like the best glue ever, is only at 34. That's totally fine.
Yeah, that's 34% fine. It's 66 that's bad.
Yeah.
Even 45 is
a lot.
Pushing it. Yeah, that's kind of high. That feels high. I don't know. But you have just to give like a quick range, you have Amoonguss at 34, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Heatran's 31. It's like you have 5 Pokemon in that 30 range.
I would say like
that's healthy.
That's literally a team right there, right? Like Fluttermane, Urshifu, Amoonguss, Iron Hands, Tornadus, Chenpao, substituting Heatran if you'd like. Like that's
usually how that works though with these stats.
Yeah, and in fact, you generally substitute Heatran in over Tornadus if you want to go bulky rather than speed control. Like,
yeah,
I like that we get to see the win percentages too. So Goldango was one of the best performing.
Yeah, that's a really good example. Yeah, Goldango had 16% usage but 57% win rate.
Yeah,
Arcanine
so like Arcanine had
59%.
Yeah, Arcanine was higher than that.
Wow.
Hisui
I think Hisui and Arcanine, I think, is just because nobody wanted to use it except for the people who really liked it or really felt comfortable with it, I guess. But yeah,
regular Arcanine did really, really good.
The math,
regular Arcanine.
Yeah,
that was regular Arcanine. The math does fall apart when you have these less used Pokemon because like the next highest win percentage is 62.5 at Palmot.
Yeah,
Claude only used 0.17% of the time.
One team had it. And like Clodsire at 58% win percentage.
If you scroll down to the bottom of the usage, it just gets wild because it just becomes that person's win rate.
Yeah,
that's very true. And you have people who drop too, so it's like it doesn't even make sense. It's like people who didn't complete all their matches, so you kind of got to stay towards the top of the of these charts.
But Hisui and Gudra had a really bad day at 40% win rate and almost 10% usage.
Yeah, I mean most of these mons are kind of 50-50, right? There are very few that are much higher than 50%.
Yeah,
sure.
So, but yeah, it is cool to see the differential for sure.
Dragapult did good too,
and Dragonite as well as went from kind of like 50% win rate on that one. Yeah, I think that's just how it's going to be for most of these mons. But the usage is really telling. We have just stabilized so aggressively around the same core of mons, and people are just kind of shoving in different pieces here and there.
Which okay. So what do y'all predict? We have Worlds in a month. Almost exactly a month from recording. We had Victory Road, we had this Nino Tour. We're seeing a lot of these Pokemon, a lot of these same, like you just said, centralized cores. People are doing the same thing. We're not seeing too much variance. People are cooking for Worlds to keep it a secret. Do we think that after Worlds, we're going to see a lot of Regulation D development? Because only one more event, 2 more events in Regulation D? One here, one in Latin, I think.
Yeah. Well, there'll be Pittsburgh and LATAM, right?
Yeah. That sounds right.
So I think yes, we'll definitely see more development than we do right now, anyway, right?
Sure.
And granted, it's been a week since the last tournament we saw, right? So there may even be organic development outside of the World's players before that point, but we just haven't. These are 2 back-to-back episodes. These tournaments are played very close to each other. It was unlikely that things were going to change significantly. A lot of people copy-pasted the teams.
That's very true. And then also, like, there have also been a month or so of people testing Reg D before this. So we are seeing, like you said, kind of a prematured metagame. I don't know, right? Like, it seems early, but it's because people were testing before, like you said.
Yeah, we'll see a lot more. I think we'll still see some after Worlds because people are going to take what happens at Worlds and build off of that. Because Worlds is going to define it. Like, we're seeing some stuff with this, but we're not getting the full picture.
But will there be a lot will Pittsburgh and the LATAM event be that different from Worlds? That's my question, right?
I think they will be.
I think so. Okay. Yes.
So I would say like what I said when I first saw the top 8 is like, yes, there are some very good players here. Like, congratulations to Marco Fiore. He's really, really good. He was in top cut at NAIC, right? But a lot of the big names at the last week's tournament were not here. There was like Wolfie only made top 16, which is a crazy thing to say, but for him that is like an only kind of thing, right?
Right.
There were lots. I think was Paul Chua, and I need to pull it up again to see like who was placing really high, but there were some big names in Road to Yokohama, and they're not so much in this one. And so I think that the fact that people just copy pasted teams from last week's and pulled it into here just shows the amount of influence that they have on the metagame, right? Like,
right.
People to see, I know this person, they do really well at every event. If they're playing it, then it has to be solid. Well, I'm gonna give it a shot.
You get that with these online tours a lot too, because you could just snatch a team up and run with it a lot easier, than
that's true. You can
prep it for like a regional. Yeah. So I think you get that a lot more at these kind of things. And some people just wanting to play, I think too. It's not as, of course, everybody wants to win, but it's not.
Sure.
It's not.
It's very low commitment to. Just
it's not as try hard as like the regional.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. There's less on the line. It's more for fun, for practice. And I mean, I guess there was prize money, but still.
I don't even know what did he have.
I think it was $1,000.
$1,000 prize pool, yeah.
Yeah. Where's Victory Road to Yokohama? My goodness, hold on. I am being slow and pulling it up. But yeah, anything else we want to go over for?
No, I think that mostly sums it up. Tournament? I'd hope there'd be more here, but yeah, it ultimately did boil down to just people playing what they know right now, and we're just gonna have to keep an eye on things to see when it starts getting interesting again.
It is. Regulation D already feels familiar, and that's bittersweet, I would say.
I'm okay with it. I think this meta is a lot healthier than the last one was.
Yes.
It feels a lot better.
Outside
of like closed sheet, Scarf is where I didn't expect it to be kind of things.
Right.
I generally feel like I either won or lost based on whether I just like someone definitely just outthought me. There seems to be a lot less RNG in this. Like that really popular team, those like 6-7 Mons, they almost all have 100% accurate moves. Like Heatra and Heatwave is like the most glaringly not, but like Chen Pao, all 100%, Dragonite, all 100%, Urshifu, same thing, Rillaboom, same thing, Fluttermane, same thing, like, and then Amoonguss, like, all of this is very consistent, people playing around each other. Yeah,
that's very true, and I definitely like playing in Regulation D more than I did in Regulation C, right? The past week I have not played nearly as much as I wanted to. But
it's a very fun format, at least for now. Like maybe someone will like figure it out and make it toxic, but I'm enjoying myself. And there's like lots of, despite there being those centralized cores, there's lots of like different styles that have become like really valid. Although I have been playing nothing but Hard Trick Room recently, which is bizarre, like the latter.
It's weird for you.
That's not a you thing to say.
No, not as. I'm not having been playing as it. I've been playing against it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that makes more sense.
I've been trying to make content, and it's like, okay, but I need to show different matchups. Like
Fair point. I think that's it.
Honestly, yeah. I think we can just call this one, make it
short episode. I'm fine with that. I'm super okay with that. Yeah, I think we do it. Okay, so what do we have coming down the pipeline that's fun and exciting?
Well, you got Worlds in about a month.
True.
Which, unfortunately, that's a little while. I feel like it might be time to start looking at other games. My work life is finally, it's actually still going to be a lot, but it's going to be manageable soon. So now, even.
I have been wanting to talk to you about how life has been in the last 48 hours for you.
Pretty great. The game, if you can see, like the game room starting to come together. There's a big TV with all the consoles right there.
I don't know.
I sent like a panorama. It wasn't even done yet. Yeah.
I see it here though.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? It's shaping up even more since that picture. So cool. I have time to like set up this like really great setup for all my consoles in the game room. And what I really want to do is start playing some Diablo 4 so we can do our next non-Pokemon episode and talk about that. If I can free up 100 gigabytes.
It is a chunky game. Just shockingly though, I did put Diablo 4 on my Steam Deck, which finding 100 gigs on this was also a fun chore.
Does it play well?
Shockingly, yeah. Actually, I almost like the controller scheme more than the mouse and keyboard scheme to play it with. So that's kind of tempting. It does. I haven't done a whole lot of optimizing, but like
people play it on console, right? It has PlayStation.
I played on PlayStation, so
yeah. But I mean, like for like performance wise, there's a little bit of stuttering, and I keep it locked at 30. So
okay,
pretty small. But yeah, that's pretty fun.
That, and then I'd love to convince you guys to play Pikmin 4. It's coming out at the same day as Barbie, so Barbenheimer.
Oh yeah, Barbenheimer. Yeah, that's what
exactly.
It is. I still think that's probably the best thing I've seen come out for that whole thing.
But I think Pikmin is like the highest profile Nintendo launch apart from Tears of the Kingdom this year.
Yes.
As far as I know. So yeah.
I think that is actually very true.
If y'all want to give it a shot, it's the most simplified Pikmin so far, supposedly, because you get a dog.
Oh sure.
Simplified is the wrong word. Like they give you a hand holding device.
Sure.
But it's adorable. So
I bounced off Pikmin 3. I am very curious about it. But
I played the original. I love those scenes on the GameCube.
Great.
It seems fun. I think it's a game I would like, and maybe I should go visit 3 again, but we'll see. I don't know. And then I'll look at reviews and I'll have you tell me to get 4. I'll probably get 4 anyway, but you know how it goes. I'm going to Comic-Con this weekend.
Right.
That's why we're recording early, by the way, because I have to record now.
Well,
edit
definitely
tomorrow.
Gonna have to send us some stuff on that.
And
that's gonna be awesome.
All right,
is the actors strike messing with all the signings?
Absolutely. Oh man, so many things have been canceled because of it. It is going to be the group of friends that I go with. It's me, my wife, and a bunch of friends of ours. And we joked 2 years ago. It's a chill con. We're not going to go hard in the paint like we did the last years before that. We'll have fun. Last year the last con, was that. Then this last year was the first year in like 2 years they did it because of COVID. We're like, it's going to be a chiller con, right? Because it's COVID. It's very light. There's less people there. They actually cut down tickets. And now we have the strikes going on. It's chillest con. It's going to be just going to hang out in San Diego with a bunch of cool stuff, nerd stuff going on around us. Well, I was looking at panels earlier today, and like I'm literally gonna go to a like podcasting 101 panel. We've been doing this for a year, but I'll still learn some stuff from that, I'm certain. And like they have cool like panels on like creator stuff, and then of course there's the floor to go explore, and then I'll be taking pictures and sending stuff to y'all for sure, and maybe posting to Twitter. I looked, there's a whole bunch of Pokemon TCG stuff, but no Pokemon VGC stuff, and that makes me sad.
You should start one.
Last year there was one. I couldn't find it, but it did
hold a
exist.
tournament.
There was a local last year.
Oh, nice. That's really cool.
I'm mad that they're not doing it. I would bring a team. I'd do it. Maybe. Well, it's ChillCon. Yeah, I would. But anyway, that's gonna be my whole week. I haven't started packing. I'm so excited for it though. It's gonna be a fun time. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I think that's it. Oh well, one more game. Another video game. You've been playing PLA. That's a whole other video game, Rowan.
It counts.
Yeah, well,
that definitely
counts. Sheldon,
counts.
what have you been playing the past week?
Oh, what have I been playing? Picked up some Mountain Blade. Hadn't played that in a long time. I was playing that some. That's fun.
Oh, sure.
What is that?
It's like a medieval kind of game.
Medieval combat game.
Yeah.
Mountain Blade.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Kind of get a little ragtag and run around and cause chaos.
I think I have that in my Steam library, and I have never played it.
Never played it? Oh, it's a good game. I recommend it.
Yeah.
First one's old. The newer one's a lot better.
I think I have two in my hold on. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. I've been playing Dave the Diver on Steam Deck because I started like last night. Not very far. A game about diving and making sushi with the fish you harpoon while you dive. So that's kind of cool. I know nothing about it, but I've only heard good things. Mountain Blade Warbrand is what I have.
Oh yeah, that's the old one. They got that one on like PlayStation 2. It's fun though. It's still fun. It's kind of wonky. Some of the controls are kind of weird, and hitboxes are kind of bad. But you know.
Oh, so it's an old game. Got it.
Yeah.
And then I have yet to check out, like I promised I would, Temtem Showdown any more than I did while we were in the Airbnb at NIC.
I need to go like watch some videos.
I do want to look into that.
I need to go like watch some videos on it or something and learn how to play.
It's funny because they use the engine, so it looks really good, as opposed to normal Showdown because they can't. Anyway,
BDSP modding is getting pretty real. I think
is it really?
I follow an account of someone who has modded in every mon to BDSP and has like brand new animations and models and using
that's really cool.
The stuff from Stadium and Battle Revolution all in BDSP. It looks amazing, actually. I can send it to you later. And
yeah,
I think that's the precursor to a Showdown thing. The problem is that the second it gets distributed, it'll get shut down, right?
Absolutely. That will not see the light of day.
But it's definitely the kind of thing that you could have like ROM hacks for.
Maybe if they just send Nintendo some money, just send Pokemon some money, like checks in the mail.
It would not be enough money. Not for Pokemon to back down. Not for Nintendo to back down.
They're the ones with the money.
That's very true. Well, okay, we've dragged this out long enough. I have been Harrison. You can find me online at row_ixon. On Twitter and Threads and Discord and Twitch. I've posted a couple of videos. I will not be posting a video to the channel this week because again I'm traveling. But that'll be fine. I'll just come back to it in a week with a Basket Legion video maybe or something. I don't know. There's stuff. Shout out real quick on that note to Jake's. Your team is next. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. That's fine. It's how life works, right? Rowan, who are you?
I'm Rowan. You can find me on YouTube at Rowan Hall. I just put up the last of like a full playoff run for my Malamar run, which had I guess I don't know if I just spoiled it out. I think I already talked about my results. So yeah, it has the Sempra and Brady matches on there. So those are good. About to put up another one, my first Reg D video, and I'll cross post that to the Game Corner channel. So whichever one you want to look at, that'll be great.
Or both.
Gonna keep. Yeah, I'll be posting it to both of them. Yeah, if you want to give me views on both, I won't complain about that.
So what you should do is open it in 2 windows and start them at the exact same time.
There we
somehow.
Or just mute one.
No. You have to have the overlapping Rowan speaking and battle stuff going on.
Have an echo.
Yeah. No. If you do it right, there's no echo.
Oh, good luck.
Gotta be skill. And
just
you're
twice as loud. Okay.
Computer to handle.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, or don't, whatever you feel like doing. But yeah, that will be going up this week, and then I will start on probably a rain team myself for the next one. And Sheldon, who are you?
I'm Sheldon. Probably know me as Captain Unova, or find me Captain Unova places like Twitter and not Twitch, but
that's okay. Twitch is dying. We're just
Twitch is eventually on.
Burn.
I'm going to record some stuff from YouTube as soon as I can. One day. Hold you to it.
But I'll do it. And we've been the Game Corner. We want to say thank you to RobKTA and Game Chops who used our theme song Goldenrod Game Corner off the Ultraball album. You can find us at Game Corner VGC on Twitter. You can find us in the Game Corner VGC on Threads. Sure, why not? And Instagram. And you can find all of our stuff, including our Discord and Patreon down below. Come hang out in the Discord, say hi. I've been really thinking about hosting another Battle Corner. We just haven't done it yet, and timing doesn't. Eventually, it'll come. All of our stuff down below. And until next time, press start and game on. Bye.